Okay. So,
what's the plan?
now...
Because our options are Finn, Alcar, and August.
Well, if we're still going in reverse order, next would be Finn, then August, then Alcar.
Okay. Your August is up there with Alcar?
Yeah, I really like August.
Oh, I'm glad.
It's the boots. That's it. It's the boots.
August was not up that high until the boots.
No, they definitely were not. I saw those boots and I was like, swoop, right up the list.
Right up to the top.
I also just, like, pause a moment. Like, I really like flirting with August because, like, they're so stoic and, like, not flirty that, like, getting to, like, break down their little barriers is very satisfying.
Yeah.
And I really like that. Especially the one from this particular chapter was, like, really good. I liked that one. Anyway, but we'll see later. Fine, Finn. I am someone who could show me around, and then to remember that all eyes are on you in the center of the ring, just like a circus, and don't forget to change. I nod, and I change clothes, just general, bye. Okay.
I'm glad you don't make me read that again. I do appreciate it.
I look down at my outfit, sighing as I resign myself to the fact that I probably should change. I change, and then I go out into the snow, and I stand in the street feeling a little torn. The last time I saw Finn, he was hanging out in the graveyard like all good vampires do, but I'd rather avoid going there again after what happened last night. Wow, okay, laying on the stereotypes, a little bit insensitive. The only other idea that pops into my head is to go to Ezra's shop in the hopes that he can direct me to him. I feel a strange connection to the vampire, especially after last night. He was so kind to me, so caring. Yeah, that definitely helped push him up the list a little bit. I feel a fool for being so enthralled so fast. But life is short, as they say. Not his, but my life is short.
But mine.
Unless, of course, you're fit. Hey, okay, see? I am my character. I reach the shop, the mage's light lantern just flickering and fading as I approach the door, signaling that its owner is leaving the premises. The door swings open, and I'm met by a startled-looking Ezra.
Sarah, are you okay?
I'm fine. I was actually just wondering if you could help me find Finn. I'm about to steal your man. His expression relaxes, a sly smile
Mr.
crossing his lips.
Girl.
I am absolutely Mr. Steal Your Girl. I'm literally going to steal. Nobody's shoving snow down your jacket and spinning you around tonight. They're doing that to me. There we go.
Oh, well, of course I can. You'll have to come inside, though. Fuck, I'm stuck on Omen's voice.
A little bit, but it worked
God,
out,
I'm valid.
Omen waits patiently by the counter, smiling shyly at me as I enter. What?
Oh, I just love Omen.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Omen. I dated you last time. I'm not going to date you this time.
Are you coming to the festival with us?
The hopefulness. Before I can speak, Ezra gracefully interrupts.
See, that's the same jacket. The same vest thing going on.
You're right, oh my gosh.
Kind of. Nope.
Yeah, no, I see
Finn.
it. They went to it's definitely from, like, the same shop. Nope.
Yeah.
Finn.
I assume to escort you to the festival? Did Gus request that you attend?
Yeah, and they also requested that I have a date, which is a weird job requirement.
It kind of borders on sexual harassment.
Now that I'm, like, thinking about it, that's a little bit of maybe a case for fantasy HR. I nod, and Omen seems confused, but enthusiastic nonetheless.
Oh, okay. Well, have fun.
I already went with you. I promise we had a really good time. Ezra winks at me, ordering the demon to stay put while he directs me towards the back room. Oh.
He locks you in a closet. You're not going anywhere with my boyfriend.
like Cask of Amontillado, but with boys. It's like, yeah. My boyfriend's down here. Just step into my basement, and he's right around the corner. Ezra stands beside the trapdoor that sits in the center of the room.
To be fair, that's kind of what happens.
I fully forgot that he lives down a trap door that goes into the sewer. I fully forgot all about that.
Wanna see a trick?
You know I do, witch. A trick? He laughs, bending down to unhook the latch. I almost expect him to cast a spell, but...
Watch and learn.
I'm so excited. He lays flat on the ground, sticking his head through the pitch black hole, a startlingly cold breeze wafting up from the underground. So now he's gonna say the thing that lures Finn in, which I hope is really funny. It smells damp, stale. I remember Omen mentioning something about there being catacombs beneath the town, but they weren't marked on the map that I received in my summons. Ezra yells into the hatch, his voice echoing eerily in the darkness.
Finnegan, quickly please, I don't have all night.
I stare at him as he stabs, brushing down his clothing.
He'll be along shortly. Would you like me to wait with you?
I love that the way to summon Finn is to have Ezra. like Ezra call Finn and it works. I hear the front door of the shop opening. Please let
It's like
me
a Pokemon.
Followed by deep, muffled laughter. Ezra's eyes widen and he grimaces. Oh man, you were supposed to say what?
That's probably my cue to leave. I can't leave those two unsupervised for too long without something getting broken. Do you mind?
Not at all. Those two? Oh, Alcar. He sighs, throwing me a sorry look.
Omen and Alucard.
God, Alcar's haunting me.
Alucard likes to tease him, tell him unsavory things that I can't risk him repeating in public. Again.
Alcar, you are the bad boy. That's not nice. That's naughty even.
He's like, Omen, guess what? And Omen's like, what? And he's like, I'm gonna teach you how to say fuck. And Omen's like, what's fuck? And Alucard is like, tell it to Ezra, tell it to Ezra.
Tell it to Ezra. Hey, Ezra, fuck.
Unfortunately, Omen isn't fully attuned to the ways of our world just yet, so having that troublesome lichen around him can just lead to some issues.
Yeah, once they get that brain cell going, it's can't be
Once
stopped.
that brain cell starts pinging around, it's just a problem.
Like a freaking screensaver inside of their head. He sounds exasperated, but he looks strangely happy. I can tell he has a lot of affection for his little band of supernatural misfits. That is, until a rather loud crash rings out from the shop.
Oh dear.
Alcar, I promise I'll date you soon, honey. I can wait. Go on. Do you need me to lock up?
Would you? Finn knows how. He can help you. Thank you so much.
Imagine thinking you're gonna come out of your little sewer hatch to your boyfriend having like a problem, and it's just me, Mr. Steal Your Girl, like here to steal you. That would be embarrassing. Okay.
Hopefully we'll see you at the festival.
He grins, a knowing look in his eyes.
Have fun with him. He won't keep you waiting too long. He's usually quite punctual.
See you later, Ezra. I can't wait till I can call down the sewer hatch and get him to come up. He bids me a quick farewell, leaving me standing in the middle of the room, apparently waiting for a vampire to pop up from under the floorboards. Cool. This is my life.
See,
what is Hey,
Ezra...
Lenara's Games, can I be a writer for y'all? Because I think I have got the formula. I think I have picked up on what you are putting down. I write for a living. I have written games, not video games, but like I have, like, if you want to see my resume, like I have games like in the chamber ready to fire. Like I have picked up on what you are putting down. I can easily blend into the rest of the team. You just hit me up and let me know. All right, that's
our pitch.
At @telltaleheart_ on Twitter. Hit me up.
Lunar's Games, if you're watching this, don't.
If you're watching this, don't. Except do. I do kind of want a job. That would be fun.
It's funny to me because it's been like a couple minutes since Ezra yelled down there, and vampires are very fast. So the fact that it's taking Finnegan forever, he's like, okay, shit, what awesome outfit am I going to put on for my boyfriend? And he comes up and you're just like, hi.
And it's like, oh, fuck, okay, well, it's not a total waste of a good outfit, you know? Like, I'm somebody. The one that's... Did I read that? I don't think I did. I wander over to the countertops while I wait, inspecting the paintings that are on the walls. The one that sticks out to me the most is a striking portrait of Ezra. He has his eyes closed, and he looks peaceful, serene. I idly wonder if he did these himself. No, he didn't.
Do you like them?
I turn, startled but somehow not surprised to find Finn standing before me, the hatch closed and latched. Did that real quietly. You did these? He nods, leaning in to inspect his work. He looks dashing in a rather extravagant, well-tailored coat that ends just below his knees. I assume he's dressed like this simply to fit in rather than to keep warm. Yeah, he's like, I keep up with the fashion trends. I will not be left behind. The dangerously low cut of his shirt fully confirms that theory. Yeah, I might be a fantasy cop, but I'm also a fantasy detective, and I have inferred that this is not the warmest thing one could wear.
I did. It's a silly hobby of mine. You tend to have many hobbies when you have eternity stretched out before you.
Okay, kind of bumming me out there, Finn. A wry smile, but his words are edging on bitter. You're talented. They're beautiful. You're quite talented, you know? A quiet chuckle, his arm brushing mine as he steps closer. Will you draw a picture of me so that I can know what I look like, please?
Sarah, would you like me to draw a character for you?
Yeah, I would.
Would you like it to look like you?
Yeah, but like cooler. Like if I were cool.
Okay, I'll draw
And
you,
if
but
I were a
cool.
fantasy cop. Yeah.
You, but a cool fantasy cop.
Yeah.
I've had centuries of practice, so I could probably be a little better.
Shut up. I hate you. He reaches to chase the petal of one of the white anemones that takes pride of place in a smaller painting.
I find myself lacking amuse lately.
Hey, just a thought, just a little spitball. I could sit still, you know me. I can sit still every now and then. It's easy. If you wanted to, yeah, that's a shame. I shrug, as if he's unbothered, but the sly smile that curls at his lips hints at something else. He turns to meet my gaze, and I'm still caught off guard by the startling brightness of his golden eyes. I idly wonder if I'll ever get used to them.
I'm sure I'll find one soon.
His gaze grows more intense as it lingers upon me. Then a wolfish grin affords me a quick glance of his sharp fangs, but before I can get too lost in it, he turns and heads for the front of the shop, parting the deep purple curtains. Am I taking you on a date or not? He says. I gather my wits and follow him. I like how he didn't even ask, like, where's Ezra? Finn locks the shop with practiced ease, placing his iron palm flat against the door. The markings thrum to life for the briefest of moments, a faint, magical shimmering rolling over the weathered wood. What was that? Finn joins me on the street, flexing the fingers of his prosthetic.
Ezra uses wards, just to be cautious. It's another handy little trick this thing can do.
Wow. It's a cool arm. Another? He raises a dark eyebrow at me, sticking his hands in his coat pockets.
That's for me to know.
And me to find out? I scoff playfully, picking up my pace to catch up with him as he attempts to hide his smirk by wandering ahead. So, how many of these lunar festivals have you attended? 3,652. I fall in step with him, finding myself strangely transfixed with how human he can be in moments like this.
Let's see. I think I lost count a few decades ago, to be honest. We'll just go with a lot.
There are so many things I long to ask him, but I wonder how boring it must get for someone who has lived as long as him to tell the same stories over and over again. So, you really live under the town? How big is your clan?
13 including me, so relatively small. And yes, there are catacombs that run right beneath us. It's quite cozy down there, actually.
I would love to see them sometime, I have to say. I crinkle my nose at him, earning a laugh.
It is, I swear. We take full advantage of the fact that we have somewhere safe and comfortable to live during daylight hours without confining ourselves to caves or boarded-up dives.
I'm sure the envy of all the other clans. He makes a contemplative noise, his mouth twisting.
They mostly despise us. We aren't quite murderous or hungry enough for them.
How murderous are you? Are you, close with any of your clan members? He stops walking, boots scuffing against the icy cobblestones. Did I hit a nerve?
Close.
Did I hit a nerve? I clear my throat, shrugging, trying to brush it off. I know what I meant, and I think he does too. You know, intimate. I haven't heard of many vampires who don't have mates, especially those who are clan leaders. He stares me down, his eyes flickering over my features. I'm embarrassed.
I don't have a mate, no. I can't say I'm interested in getting into relationships with my own kind. I can't believe he's prejudiced against vampires when he is one.
I'm just thinking that. I'm like, really? Like, okay. Why? Do you have, like, a human thing? Like, okay, I mean, sure.
So, like, he has a human kink.
He is human. Yeah, he's got a human kink. Isn't that lonely? Like, we die, dude. Like, we get old and we die. Like, a quiet laugh, one that's tinged with a little sadness.
There are many ways to cure loneliness, Sarah.
Okay.
However, being immortal is lonely regardless of your relationship status.
So, if you don't favor other vampires in that way, what species do you prefer to seek the company of? Birds! He starts walking again, tipping his head for me to follow.
Humans, of course.
Just like flings, like every like 20 years, get a new human. That's okay.
Coincidentally enough, I'm a human.
You know what? Now that you mention it, He tilts his head, carefully nudging me with his elbow as he steps a little closer. I bite my lip, trying to stop an idiotic smile from spreading across my face. Well, it's just lucky I happen to be human then, isn't it?
God, could you be more obvious?
I know, I'm like, oh, that's so weird. I'm a human, you're a human. He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? He moves to stand in front of me, walking backwards, a shit-eating grin on that infuriatingly handsome face. That is infuriating.
Quite lucky indeed.
One thing I like about this game is that a lot of dating sims, the main character is such like a coward. Like, she's always like embarrassed when she flirts, and like whoever is the most flirty, she's always like uncomfortable. I like that I'm doing this, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the one embarrassing me. There's no, I don't care how flirty you are, I'm about to out-flirt you. I try to avert my gaze, stepping to the side, but he follows me with a smile, one that has heat creeping onto my cheeks even in this impossible cold. Aren't you supposed to be escorting me, not teasing me?
Oh, but you're so easy to tease.
Are you biting your lip? Put that away.
Put that down.
Put that down. I roll my eyes, stopping dead in my tracks, earning a laugh from him.
I do enjoy making you blush, Sarah. The color suits you.
That's my job. My job around here is to make lines. I'm not blushing, it's freezing. Yeah, you forget humans do that? Apparently I'm a liar now. He reaches for my wrist, long fingers gently curling around it, thumb pressed against my fluttering pulse. His gaze flickers to the point of contact, then back to my face, my skin somehow alight even beneath his cold touch. He's asking permission, and I nod, granting it to him. He bites my wrist and drinks all my blood, and I die. He turns my hand over
Game
his
end.
own. Game end.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate
it. He turns my hand over in his own, my palm facing up, traces the lines, head, life, sun, fate, heart, watching me intently as he does so.
You know I can feel every hitch in your breath, every rush of blood in your veins, the steady and not so steady beat of your heart.
That, have to say, IRL made my heartbeat not so steady. A little bit intimate there, Finn. I clear my throat, finding it hard to form words. His touch is gentle, ghosting. Stop biting your lip. So, no hiding then? He pauses over my pulse, pressing a little harder, feeling it protest against his fingertips.
No hiding, for my instincts are not something I can switch off. But you have no reason to hide.
Right. I already flirted with you once. He slowly releases me, guiding my hand back to my side, and I miss the contact the moment it's gone. You're impossible. And I hate you. A shrug, and he's moving onward, his hands back in his pocket. He throws me a look over his shoulder, something soft, affectionate. I like how he's sweet and shitty.
Humans.
Shut up. You used to be one of these. The festival is overflowing, teeming with life and laughter as we push our way into the crowds that gather around the various colorful stalls. I stay close to Finn, amused to see townsfolk enthusiastically waving and smiling at him. You're quite popular, aren't you? Much different from the other guy I have a crush on. He shrugs, an arm hovering close to my waist as he guides me through.
My clan offers the town protection, so most of them tend to be quite grateful to us. There are some who are less than thrilled about my presence, though, so don't be fooled.
We finally find a break in the crowd, moving to stand near the edge of the market where we can see the docks.
It's mostly the older residents who are quite hesitant to trust me, and I do not blame them.
Why wouldn't they trust you? What did you do? What did you do? He looks away, flexing his fingers, the magic that flows through his iron arm fluttering with the movement.
Because I'm still a vampire, and the former head of my clan, my sire was not interested in offering the town any kind of protection.
Okay.
Though we did not hunt near here, word travels.
I let the silence between us linger, giving him a moment before he's turning to me with that trademark lopsided grin. Love those teeth, dude.
Let's show you how us Lunarians do things, shall we?
I'm ready for that. He holds out his arm, showing me the way. Piper emerges from the crowd, stopping us both in our tracks. She's armed, albeit subtly, and her smile is friendly as she approaches.
Well, well, what have we here? You get the attention of all the pretty ones, don't you, Casimir?
I'm a pretty one?
I'm pretty.
I'm pretty?
Hello, Piper.
I clear my throat, eyebrows raised. Pretty ones?
Ignore her. She's just bitter that Willenheim has her doing grunt work tonight. Isn't that right, Piper? Everyone else gets the night off, and yet here I am shouting at drunkards for getting too handsy with the sweet stand.
Finn laughs, clearly amused in her annoyance. Finn be nice. She throws him a glare, but her lips curl into a smile. I get the impression these two are friendly.
Anyway, what are you two up to? Going to show her your dingy underground lair, Casimir?
I like how this monster she's cool with. She likes this one. This one's like, well, he's very nice looking. It's like, I'll make an exception because he looks very polite. That sort of thing. Finn scoffs, eyes rolling.
The catacombs are no less dingy than the hovel you call home, I'm sure.
Okay, rude. That's like classist. Finn.
I think they just bitch back and forth.
I'm sure they're both lovely. Piper snorts, elbowing Finn in the ribs.
I prefer to stay above ground. Those tunnels give me the creeps. Well, you give us the creeps, so I guess we're even. Says the dead man.
Are you really working tonight, Piper? She sighs, cocking her head. Can you leave me alone, Piper?
Yes, and I'd better get back to it, actually. No doubt Willenheim is on the lookout, just dying for me to fuck up.
I guess sucks.
It was nice seeing you both. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Bye. Piper waves as she departs, shouting loudly as she goes.
Fingers crossed for no horrible Fingers crossed for no horrible murders.
Thank you for shouting that in this crowded area. Thank you. I'm sure that didn't upset anyone. Finn huffs a laugh, shaking his head incredulously. You two are friends, then? He shrugs.
I suppose.
Oh, sorry.
She's all right, and she doesn't bother us. She's good at understanding we mean no harm.
I think you two are quite similar, actually, so it makes sense.
I've been compared to Wes. I'll take it. At least she can hold her liquor. Come on, let's have a look around.
He insists on showing me his favorite stall, one that overflows with a selection of beautiful parchments, colorful inks, sketchbooks. He's enthusiastic when he tells me which book he purchased for Omen when he saw him scribbling on the back of Ezra's shop records one day. That's so cute. We turn the corner and find an exasperated Ezra perusing the herbalist stall, bickering with the sour-faced woman that owns it. Finn smiles, approaching him quietly and placing a hand upon his back to announce his presence.
Is there a problem?
Ezra turns, visibly relaxing when he sees him.
Nothing other than her trying to stiff me for her shoddy Angelica route.
He mutters something under his breath and hands over his coin, stuffing the goods into his pocket.
Sorry about that. I take the price of goods a bit too seriously sometimes. Are you two enjoying yourselves?
I sure am. Thanks for loaning me your boyfriend. Finn looks at me expectantly, raising a scarred brow. Of course, how can I not with such a wonderful guide?
Glad to hear it. Now I'd better dash. Now I'd better dash. I left Omen and Alcar at the docks to save a spot for the fireworks.
Oh gosh.
Was that a good idea? Alcar probably has him halfway to Therius by now.
Therius.
I laugh, but it's probably true. Shit. I'll go and see if I can find them. I've already confiscated chocolate from Omen twice. You just can't resist, can he? no matter how much he complains about his tongue tingling.
I see, now when I did it, I wouldn't call that complaining, Ezra. I wonder if you need a little help picking up on some subtleties, Ezra.
Maybe Omen is less clear about it when Ezra's there?
Maybe. Omen's more embarrassed in front of Ezra. Like, I can't tell Ezra about my weird tongue thing. That's embarrassing.
Enjoy the fireworks? I hear they'll be quite impressive this year.
He glances at Finn and winks playfully.
Behave, you.
Yeah, behave.
Don't I always?
No, you don't.
If you say so.
I look cute.
Goodbye, you two.
Bye. Sorry I stole your man.
Are you happy to watch the fireworks? We don't have to. I've definitely seen them plenty of times. But if you want...
Ooh, I'm excited. What would you do if you weren't here with me? He ponders my question for a moment, scuffing his boots on the ground as he steps closer.
Let's go for a walk.
Hell yeah, let's go for a walk. A walk? Where?
I want to show you my favorite place. It's not far. Come on.
Yes, your favorite place. Yes. He takes me down to the beach, the sand dark beneath my shoes. It's small, something you wouldn't expect to see in a town like Benares, but the water that gently laps against the shore is soothing. I can see why he likes it here.
I come here often. It's one of the only places that I can find a little peace, other than the graveyard.
When was the last time you saw the sun?
Oh, just a good 660-something years ago, give or take.
Cool. That's a long-ass time ago, dude.
But that's okay, because I have places like this that still look wonderful in the darkness. Good company helps, too.
That's me! He stands close, our fingertips brushing. I shiver at the feel of his cold skin, craving that contact. Thank you for showing me. It's lovely here. He hums his agreement, and we stand in silence for a little while, the noise of the festival a distant murmur. And then he murdered me. I rove my eyes over his face, the milky glow of the moonlight spilling over his cheeks, his dark, dark lashes fluttering as he stares up at the stars. My heart stutters in my chest, and I think back to his words earlier on, knowing that he's heard it. That's embarrassing. Could you imagine just like your crush like laughs or something and your heart is suddenly like going insane and they can hear it?
And
oh
you're
my
just like,
god.
Like, because I freak out about, like, fun fact about me, I will freak out about the dumbest things, and it will be going insane
still there?
in there. Like, they would think I was having a heart attack.
Sila?
I can't click. I can... Oh, but...
Oh.
Hello? Robin?
We're gonna have to pause this and come back to it later because we just
Robin.
lost power. Thank you for listening to this episode. We will return later. Thank you.
Robin? I'm going to hang up on you and call you again. Oh, it says you're offline. I think your internet probably just gave out. Well, here we are, in the dark void of space.
Yeah, I think we should just go ahead and start and I'll explain.
Alright,
what
hey
happened.
gang, we're back.
Hello, we are back, and here's gonna be the funny thing about this, is for you guys, it'll be the end of the Finn episode, which I'm very sorry about. See, what happened is, someone ran into one of the posts that holds up the power lines around my house and like completely lost power for a good 30 minutes.
And I just sat here in the dark void of space.
And just left Sarah twiddling her thumbs.
I was like,
what
Robin,
the
I
hell
can't
was
click
going on.
anymore. And then
So if, when the episode is edited, you hear me go, Sarah? Sarah? In a very scared fashion,
if you
that's
get
what's going on.
if you get my audio, I emailed it to you. You can hear me going, Robin? Robin?
I should put them together. Okay, but that being said, we don't exactly remember
I have no
where
idea.
we
I
were.
mean, I know where we are, like, thematically.
I mean, we know that like
We're
we're
at the
very end of
fireworks
the
with
Finn
Finn.
date,
I don't remember what the last thing we
and
said
you can
was.
see the lines. I assume that the last thing we had was a Finn line. It was probably he stands
Okay, I'm
close,
just gonna
our
read through
fingertips
this,
brushing,
and everybody
that
knows
sounds
that
like
it's
us.
just a picture of the sky with fireworks in it, so it's not like it's not that deep.
Yeah, so Sarah's gonna read this, and then we're just gonna keep going to the end of the Finn date, and then we're going to
Alright,
do
do you
some
want
more
to start at I
dates.
shiver?
Yeah,
I
sure.
shiver
You're the
at
one
the feel
reading.
of his cold skin, craving that contact. Thank you for showing me. It's lovely here. He hums in agreement, and we stand in silence for a little while, the noise of the festival a distant murmur. I rove my eyes over his face, the milky glow of the moonlight spilling over his cheeks, his dark, dark lashes fluttering as he stares up at the stars. My heart stutters in my chest, and I think back to his words earlier on, knowing that he's heard it. Oh, that's embarrassing. And here we are. I wonder what it sounds like to him. My heartbeat? Is it a rush? A quickening? A desperate thrum? A smirk hooks the corner of his mouth, but he doesn't turn to meet my gaze. Then fireworks burst across the sky, sparks scattering wildly, and Finn looks otherworldly, as he truly is, as his sharp features are bathed in ever-shifting colors.
You majored in literature, and you still
That
can't
was
read
phrased weirdly.
No, you just did not read an as.
Oh, I didn't read an as?
Yeah, you missed an as.
I said as he truly
Fireworks
is.
burst across
Yeah,
the sky.
I said as he truly is.
Looks as otherworldly as he
okay.
truly is.
Well,
So you
I
missed
didn't
an
say I
as.
was the best
There were
reader
two
on
of them.
earth. I look skyward, and it's only as I avert.
We
Shush!
both
I
graduated.
look skyward, and it's only as I avert my gaze that I feel him looking at me. Beautiful. It took a second to load in. His next words are soft, weightless, lingering.
I don't remember the Finn voice. What was the Finn
Finn
voice?
was just a regular. I watched the episodes today. It was just like a regular, like British voice.
No, you watched
I
the
watched
old
episode
episode. We did a
9.
new
I
one
watched
for this
episode
date.
9, and he was. Oh, you said you don't remember the episode 10, 11.
11.
I have
episode
no
11.
idea.
Because I was editing it today and I
just
should
pull them
remember.
out of your
But,
ass.
oh well.
Nobody cares. It's one line.
Yes. Beautiful.
I feel his fingers reach for mine.
Thanks.
My breath stuttering as I meet his touch willingly. Not even the ice-cold chill of his skin could cool the impossible heat that I feel in this moment. The fireworks stop, the crowd cheering. Then silence. Wait a minute, what? Nothing but him and I. My gaze drops to our loosely entwined fingers, then up to meet burning gold. With little thought, little hesitation, we both lean in until our lips are but a breath apart. Then, a scream. Blood,
I could voice act
curdling,
the scream for you.
and awful in the distance. I think you should, because you didn't come to the murder mystery party, and I literally wrote in the script for you to do a blood-curdling scream, and we missed out on it because you weren't there, so I think you should do one now.
You should have seen me and
Yeah.
Carrie.
I should have seen you and Carrie.
I'm not going to explain that
we
to
know what
anyone
Carrie
in the
is.
audience.
Look at the gang.
Yeah, but they're going to think I was in the 1970s movie Carrie. No one knows that there's a really
Chapter
shitty
3. Wait,
musical.
I'm in chapter 3? I don't want to go to chapter 3.
No, we're going to save. We're fine.
That said something about fighting.
This is our
All right, go
Finn
back
save.
and load. I don't know where it is, so I'm going to let you do it.
Okay. It's back over here. It's choose
I'm not
your
freaking
fighter.
out.
Don't
I'm just
freak
freaking out.
out.
Right there. Right
Back
there.
to choose your fighter.
All right.
Also, really quick, I'm just making sure. Okay, we are recording.
Robin,
I was terrified
to
for a
house and
second.
kill you.